Hello everybody and welcome to the next extra video of A Link Between Worlds. Today we're going to be dealing with unused cutscenes that we didn't get to view throughout the game because for the most part most of these cutscenes can only be seen through multiple playthroughs. For example, when you're dealing with the sages, each sage actually has a unique thing to say at the very end of the sequence where you collect all of the 7 sages. Now, some we didn't actually get to see, or comments we didn't get to hear from certain characters because we never interacted with them. AKA, well, Impa, we never got to see some of the extra text because she was the last sage in the playthrough. And, what is it? Rosso. Rosso actually has text if you never upgraded the Master Sword. So there's a bunch of cutscenes that I'm going to show off that are pretty interesting that you wouldn't normally see through a casual playthrough unless you do it multiple times. This took a while. So, without further ado, let's jump onto the cutscene, shall we? Okay guys, so our first cutscene is alternative things to say to Danpei, and it's kind of hilarious because you're trying to convince Danpei, well, this is a sword for delivery, we can't do this. But Danpei will take no for an answer, and basically his only solution is he's gonna tie your hand to it if you don't. I have to. Next is, are we gonna let Ravio stay in our house? Heck no! I mean, you saved me and all, but this is my house. No freeloaders. Just get out of here. Seriously. This is probably one of the funniest cutscenes that you can get alternatively. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show it off, but now that I'm showing it off, it's pretty funny if you do it in your own playthrough. But we cannot take no for an answer. So, if you insist, Ravio. Alright, so this next cutscene is basically talking to Ravio about this thing that we saw at the Eastern Palace. Now, if you talk to him about either bombs or the fire rod, he pretty much says the same thing. But alternatively, if you go down all the way to the bunny rabbit, he's like, that's right, it was a bunny, wasn't it? No, let's stop horsing around here. That's my face. Why would somebody mark the pillar with that? I don't know. Now, this cutscene is just something that you get after you give the premium milk to the guy on the mountain. Side quest. I was about to say cutscene. Yeah, so you just get a discount, and then if you talk to this guy, he just talks about giving him milk. Ugh, jerk. Now, these next cutscenes are going to be talking to respective family members about their lost children. AKA, those have been turned into sages. Like, for example, we will talk to the priest and Danpei about Ceres, and, well, they're glad that they're alright, but you don't really get anything out of these particular cutscenes, but they're just kind of more flavor text and something you don't get to see in a normal playthrough when you're actually playing through the game. You just kind of gloss over this. I like these little details like this explaining to the respective loved ones that, hey, your children are okay. They can't come back, but they'll be back as soon as we're done with our adventure. Even if it takes like a billion years because I hate endless cuckoos. Wait, what? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Now, this cutscene in particular changes. You can come talk to him after you save Goalie, and even if you have to upgrade a Master Sword from him, it doesn't really change that much. But if you come to him after you've upgraded your Master Sword to the Golden Sword, well, then he has actually extra text that he likes to talk about. Basically, you can explain to him that, yeah, we've upgraded our blade with the other blacksmith, and then he pretty much says what the other blacksmith says. It can cut through anything. Alright, thank you very much. Now, this cutscene is Mother Maiamai's farewell. And this particular cutscene is really hard to recreate. It's very finicky how it's supposed to work. How I did it was after you buy all the items from Ravio, what you can do is you talk to him a bunch of times and then come over to Mother Maiamai after you have all 100 of her children, and then this cutscene activates. It's it's interesting because apparently Mother Maya never knew her name, but yet we saved all 100 of her children. Yes, we will. Okay. No problem, Mother Maya. Now, after we leave the cave, actually, apparently Mother Maya has disappeared. And she has. There's no more Maya-Mais. But there is. Now, this Maya here, regardless of what Maya you saved, it will always be your 72nd Maya. So, it's kind of interesting how that is. It's just, it stays behind because it wanted to be its own Maya. Well, good for you, little baby Maya. Hopefully you don't get kidnapped again or lose yourself all over time. Ugh. Okay, so now we're getting into the alternative sage cutscenes. Now, in our playthrough, Impa was the last sage that we actually saved because, well, when you save the last sage, it goes into the Triforce of Courage event. So you don't really get to see any of the extra flavor text that Impa has to save for us at the very end because she's like, here you go, Triforce of Courage. And that's unfortunate. Now, I'm actually showing off what the extra stuff she says, and it's not anything too special. It's more or less, okay, Link, it's up to you. You're the hero. Go save everything and stuff like that. Go rescue the other sages. And it's like, okay, seriously, it's nothing really special, but we didn't get to see it, so I'm showing it off now. Now, this next cutscene is the alternative Rosso text cutscene. Now, when we talked to him, we actually upgraded our Master Sword one time, and as a result, he actually has different text because our Master Sword was upgraded. Now, I'm actually showing the text that he would say for a non-upgraded Master Sword. And, well, he just more or less talks about the fact that he's a sage and he's known it for a while, but we still have to save people. Yes, I know, Rosso. Yes, I'll be all the stronger. So what do you have to say? Can't say I care much about all this Demon King business. I just want to get home and crack some rocks. Okay, then. Understood, Rosso. Understood. Now, the next cutscenes are the alternative endings for whatever sage you saved last. Now, we're going to start with Rosso because we did Rosso earlier. But the thing about it is, each sage has something different to say, except our friend, the annoying sage that was overconfident, Osofala. Because we actually have to get to Sandrod in order to save Irene, there is actually no alternative cutscene for him because you can never save him last unless you're doing a speedrun glitch and you actually get a Sandrod early. But that's something for speedrun and stuff like that, so it's complicated to go into that. But other than that, it's pretty much only you're gonna get Impa, Rosso, Orin, Saris, Goalie, Irene. Yeah, that's pretty much it, because there's only 6 that you can talk to. Poor Sofala. He's just can't be like, I want to be the last sage. And then it's like, nope, you can never be the last sage. And he's just like, shit. It's so funny how that happens. But yeah, for the most part, each sage actually has a little bit of different flavor text for the ending. And it's nothing really too special, but it's enough of a difference that I'm still going to show it off regardless. Now, just a special mention to Goalie of all of the other sages. Out of all the sages, he has the funniest end text when he's giving you the Triforce of Courage. It'll basically go through the normal spew about his parents. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. I'm not scared at all. He knew. And he's just like, what he goes into for this next part is funny. So we can finally give you that try something. Sounds better than a big breakfast for getting you nice and strong, Link. Yeah, let's give you the breakfast of getting stronger try thing. Now, the last sage that we're actually going to show off any cutscenes for is Irene. Yeah, and Irene is probably one of the nicest people. I mean, considering she gave us use of her room throughout an entire adventure, she definitely deserves this last pick because she helped us the most out of all the other sages. No, I won't take as long to rescue you next time. Alright, let's get this done. So with that is all of our alternative cutscenes for Link Between Worlds. Well, I should say that it is. There's one last thing we have to do before we end this game and move on to our next LP. At the end of our Let's Play, I mentioned that there is a particular cutscene that will change depending on something that you do. Next time, we take on Endless Kuko Rush to get the alternative ending to the game. I'm going to hate this a lot. I'll see you guys next time. As always, everybody, thank you all for watching. Get ready for my misery next part.